nightmare. Their nightmare is that their family homes that they invested in, that they worked hard to build, are literally crumbling around them. They're crumbling around them because of the presence of pyrite and also because of the presence of another mineral called mica. The government knows, everybody knows, that there has been a huge problem with this mineral because it causes literally the destruction of people's family homes. The government and the authorities have acknowledged that there is a problem, but they haven't yet produced a scheme that fully supports these families because these homes are not safe. These homes need to be rebuilt, and that is a very, very expensive business. The government has produced only half measures for these families, and we are now insisting that the nightmare for them ends and that the government steps up and provides for a 100% redress scheme for these families. You see, apart from the bricks and mortar and the damage to the family homes, their stories are absolutely heartbreaking, stories of stress and distress, stories of absolute heartbreak that happen because their family homes have been destroyed in this way. And there is anger as well, and that's understandable too, because so many questions arise. How is it that defective bricks were produced and sold and used to build these family homes and even to build social housing, council housing? What on earth was going on? Who dropped the ball? We need answers to those questions. Donegal County Council and other statutory authorities need to answer those big questions. But in the immediacy of the here and now, the families concerned who have been caught up in this nightmare for a decade and longer need to have their government stand with them. So 100% redress is what's needed here. I want to ask you to be in touch with your politicians, particularly if you live in Donegal or Mayo or Clare, but right across the state, and say to them that we insist that government stands with these families and that a proper fit for purpose redress scheme, a 100% redress scheme, is granted for them. The motion is coming up on Tuesday. I'd like all of you to leave your comments, your views underneath this short video, but above all else, spread the word. Let's spread the word for mica redress, for justice and fairness and fair play for all of these families. And you can see in some of the footage that my colleagues from Donegal, Padraig McLaughlin and Pierce Doherty, and from Mayo, Rose Conway Walsh, that they've provided.
One of the things you lose with pyrite is you lose pride in your house. I mean, we're told that our home is our castle, it's your sanctuary, but you lose all pride in it because at some stage it's just going to fall down if you don't, regardless of what you do.
So this is the main cracker that the engineer first became concerned with. It runs the whole way up the length of the house. Now, at the beginning, we didn't want to believe it was pyrite. We actually got the builder that was working here to take the pebble ash and the plaster off the wall so that we could see this for ourselves. And unfortunately, it was clear as day, the crack running through the house. This was all discovered because, as you'll see, our house here is completely gutted due to the fire from last September. There's actually nothing left in it. Everything was destroyed and taken out of it. There was more cracks just along under both of those windows. Those cracks absorbed all the moisture and the wetness, which fell into the canopy that was here, and this canopy collapsed into our living room one day with the weight after a storm. It filled with water and actually collapsed.
So as you can see here, like the cracks are going from the top of the house the whole way down to the bottom. These get worse. Like these start off as hairline cracks and they just progressively get worse and worse to the point that you can see like it's just crumbling out. Here it's splitting off. It's the whole way around the house.